Hey, I hope you are well. And this this session is designed to kind of get us back to basics of doing the joy of movement. And I hope that you might share it with someone who maybe has seen classical stretch or done with me or the videos, maybe a little more energetic type of class. And this one is, I'm just kind of fighting the summer doldrums, and you get very apathetic and don't want to do anything. And I just find doing these very simple movements that it helps build up energy and make you feel better, because you really can't go outside. I think it's over 90 already outdoors. So we're going slow. And we go slow so the brain can keep registering it's safe. When it doesn't feel safe, it tightens, which kind of defeats our purpose, because you can't move if you're tight. That we also go slow enough that we can really pay attention to pain. And that if this is painful, I stop, I back off, I breathe, and maybe just take it to the edge of that pain, not pushing through. And then finally, just relax and breathe. That we're trying to promote circulation. When we sit, we don't circulate, and we're trying to bring nutrients to the body so it can heal and repair and take away toxins. And we're really not doing that when we're so sedentary. So let's begin. And I just need my cheat sheet, so because I wanted to make it very on purpose for y'all. And you can be seated or standing. We're going to be using the chair quite a bit today. So I have this nice sturdy chair, and I'm in bare feet, so I can feel the feet. There's so much sensory information that we need. Our nervous system needs that feedback, and in shoes that doesn't happen. And I'm on a mat here, but any non-slippery surface. So just starting, and my trusty chair is here so I feel safe. And I'm just shifting my weight side to side. And maybe letting the arms become heavier and heavier. Oh, here comes Miss Lydia. I'm just gently turning. So I'm picking up my foot and pivoting. And this is just about being relaxed. Let the fingers relax. And one arm, I'm just reaching to the wall. Let that breath be very smooth and relaxed. And then the other arm. And we're doing just as much work as if we were going real fast. We're paying attention, being mindful. And both arms, bend the knees. And just let those fingers relax. We really can improve circulation when the fingers are relaxed, the arms are relaxed. It's kind of hard to, if we have a hose full of dirt and debris, it's kind of hard to get water through. So relax it, relax it. And then I'm going to bend my knees, tuck my tailbone, and just let my fingers drag, looking down. I'll talk you through it. And just sway. And again, the chair is here if you need it. Just sway. I'm not collapsing forward, so if you want to look up for a second, my tailbone is tucked, and I'm just letting the weight of my hands and my head get a little bit of stretch in the back body. I'm just feeling into my feet where I am in space. And then slowly just start to roll up, pull those shoulder blades back and down, and feeling, sensing this body sense, interoception of the ear over shoulder, maybe not letting the belly protrude, tuck it in, so the hips aren't always going like this, and hips over ankles. And just close your eyes for a sec, just to feel that in your body, the heart spacious. If you're seated, you're at the edge of your chair. Let that breath out. And I'm going to turn, you're gonna face me, 2 hands on the chair. So the chair is in front of you. And I'm not real far away as I'm just rounding my back, almost like a Halloween cat, and just moving side to side. So I'm going to go at a diagonal so you can see. I'm just lifting the shoulder, kind of digging in. And then I'm going to put 2 hands to one side of the chair as I move my ribs opposite. And then walk over, press down, and just move the ribs the other way. So getting that little side stretch. One more time. Move the ribs. My knees are soft. They're not rigid. They're not bent. They just have a soft bend to them. And over to the other side. And I'm paying attention. If this is an ouch, then I release it and I don't go as far. Find that edge. Even if you move a cat's whisker, I say. So now we're going to sit in the chair. This is my lovely assistant, Miss Lucy. And sit at the edge. Put your feet flat into the ground. We're going to work our hands. So here we're just tightening them and stretching them. Feel, stretch, sit up nice and straight. And now a little faster as we open up those hands. Open up, open up. Play piano with each fingers. And notice maybe one tries to do all the work. And just play piano. And if this means I'm raising my neck muscles, I'm just going to go to here. And then take it down. And now like a cat, scratch, really scratch, feel all 50% of our bodies in our hands and feet. So we got to really work those joints. And take it front and drop your fingertips, flex, drop your fingertips and flex. Bring your hands together and just let those elbows kiss. They may not quite kiss, but we're trying and open, like you're playing peekaboo. And now push away through the fingertips. Again, relax those neck muscles. Working in that shoulder, push away. And then stretch out to the walls. Not here, relax those shoulders. And just let those wrists move. And the other way. And this can be done every day. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. Push down. And then the feet, we're going to lift our toes like you're tapping impatiently. And the other foot. I'm going to just move my chair back so you can see what I'm doing here. And then maybe lifting the heels, lifting the heels. So you move the shins and now you're stretching them. Working those feet, 33 joints in our feet alone. 33, over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. We ignore our feet. And then here, I want you to squish your feet and point. Squish, push into the bones and super point. You're using your hips, so that's good. And then we'll do the other side. So squish, point. I want to show you a little bit. Squish and point. You're still seated. Squish and point. So you get to use a little more of your legs. And now play the piano with your toes. I'm holding on, so I'm not using my hands. And I want you to play piano, lift your big toes. And that's going to be your homework to start getting your toes more mobile. We stretched our hands, stretch your toes. Good stuff. And now release it, just relax it. And just one more time, we're going to stretch out a foot and just draw a circle. So you can Find yourself a couple times each day working the fingers, working the toes. Here you're doing core engagement to hold up this leg. It could be on the floor, but I really want you to work that full range of motion. If you can't move your ankles, you shuffle and let it go. So standing up again for me, I'm going to show you from the side. You don't turn, you look straight ahead. So that chair's in front of you. We're going to stretch out our calves, which is really considered the secondary heart pump. We know our heart, circulation from the heart, but every time I'm contracting these muscles, it is sending blood back up to my heart. And then I want you to bend that back knee. You're feeling in the muscle, there's two to the calf, and just feel it. Your feet are flat. Ooh, yeah. And take it forward. And then we'll switch feet. So find your heel, and don't think, oh, I'm not working out. This is so important, especially if you wore heels a lot in your lifetime. That shortened these muscles. They're like permanently, I call those Barbie doll. Poor Barbie, she never got to stretch. And then bend that back knee, straighten, bend that back knee, press into that heel. It doesn't have a big range of motion, so don't think less is more. We're not harming ourselves. That does nothing for us. And then keeping the knees bent, I'm just going to keep my chair off to the side. Yours can be right in front. And we're just keeping the knees bent and shifting the hips side to side. Almost like we're drawing a smile with our back end. It's not here, it's going side to side. And hopefully you're feeling a little bit in that seat belt muscle. And then imagine, and again, you can hold on to your chair, a monkey tail. So you're pulling your tail, you're tucking and letting it go. I'll show you from the side. So tuck, this might take some time. The knees have to be bent and straighten. I'm not doing this. I'm keeping my back pretty straight. I'm rounding, lengthening, rounding, and lengthening. But I'm not trying to compress my back. I'm just trying to pull that tailbone back. And then just draw a circle with your tailbone. Just a little circle right there. And the other way. Super. And we're engaging that core, nice tall spine, ear over shoulder. And then facing your chair, we're not very far away. We're just gonna round into that Halloween cat. You gotta bring that belly button in, your tailbone's tucking, and you're just moving side to side. Just kind of digging in, almost like you're giving your back a little bit of massage. Maybe pulling that shoulder up. I'm gonna show you head on. So I'm pulling up my elbow, pulling up the shoulder blades, feeling my ribs move. And then if you'd like, we'll just come into what's called a down dog. Lucy's off camera, but this stretch. Your back may not be 90 degrees quite yet, and we're not straining here. I can just hold right there. Long spine, bend those knees like you're gonna play leapfrog, and then press through your feet, engage the belly button to the spine. And then my trusty chair is here, and you can linger in any one of these. We're gonna just move the hip. Notice I'm not doing this, and I'm not using my back or my bum. It's just my leg. That's just gently moving in the hip. And then we're gonna take it to the side. So I'm crossing in front slow down, and then diagonal. So the 6 directions, front to back, side to side, and then diagonal out this way. Just a little lift. And you need to shake out. This leg's doing the work, but it's not caving. Stack it up tall. And use your chair, but not like that. I keep a soft elbow and just an easy swing. And for some people, if you don't have the swing in the leg when you walk, then you're doing short steps. So we want that mobility in your hips, and then a cross, just a cross. And it doesn't have to be big. And then diagonal, we can take it behind us. And then diagonal the other way. Whenever you're at a kitchen counter and you want to just get your swing on, do that. And just wiggle, just let those hips relax. But I hope you saw my upper body was still, and I was letting it move in the socket. We're going to do that now. And the knee needs to be bent as you just take it side to side. We call these a way of just keeping those hips mobile and behind. Keep the knee bent. And you may have seen tree pose, but we're not pushing against that leg. And just let your tree move around. That knee is bent. You can draw a circle behind you if that's a little better imagery. Just walk those feet and point those toes. Let that breath out and we'll do the other side. And notice my hips are square. I'm not bending, I'm not lifting my hip, because that shows we really don't have mobility in the hip. We've got to use these muscles. We're talking where the femur goes into the hip, not up here, not into the back. And maybe just a little circle with your knee, a little circle with your knee, a little circle, a little circle. And then just shift. Just let your weight go side to side. Now the chair's going to be here. It's always been there. And I just want you to do a little bend and lift. So I'm going to show you here so you can see what the heck. I'm just doing a little micro bend, it's called. The back is straight. I'm not collapsing. And a little lift. And you're just picturing that I have a chair here. And it's not high. It's not high. And then we're going to bend. Not pain, just a little bend. We're not doing that. And a knee. See how my knee is bent? Just doing a little back. And this is what you have to do to get out of the chair. In order to get out of the chair, you got to push that leg back so you get up. Okay? And then we're going to take it front. And front. And the corner. And the corner. And if something appealed to you, like, oh, I'm going to play with that a little more. But you see how I'm not, this is still. So these muscles can work without getting back pain because these aren't mobile, so we're using whatever we can do. And just shake out. Just let yourself sway. And then stepping out, just going to bend those knees. Just bend the knees so they're turning, not out to the walls, but just a slight turnout. So we open up those hips, gently drop. My hands are on the chair, knee towards your toes. Just a micro bend. And then, hello chair, lift your heels. Lower. But that alignment that I'm not swirling my ankle, so it's just a little lift. So my ankle alignment, my tibia is going straight down. It's not doing that. My ankle is staying stable. So the chair is very helpful here and a tool. And it doesn't have to be high. Getting that little spring in your step, yeah? And then coming back to your chair, or you can stay standing. But I want to make sure that your chair at any time is available. And if you're not able to stand, you can do some of the leg lifts and swings. You know, play with using your chair. The chair actually can help us not to use our back because we're kind of putting on our seat belt, either standing or seated. So we're not doing that, okay? And now fingertips to your shoulders and just make some circles. It's not here where you're pinching into your neck, just a light, and then the other way. We tend to be able to do this really well. Can you open your heart, stand up tall, and then one is going to go forward and then the other is going to follow it. Now if you can extend your arms into windmill, that's fabulous, but I want to make this available that we're moving in the shoulder socket, and you can see my hips are pretty stable, but I'm moving my breastbone, the sternum, so my spine is moving here. Now here's the one I'll be saying backwards, and people are backwards, so look over, look behind you. And I'm not moving my feet, I'm just turning my spine. Because, well, now I have a rear view camera, but I don't trust it, I still look. Yeah. And just relax it, just like you have dough on your fingers and just shake. Let yourself wiggle. If you're seated, you can do that, and just notice how you feel. And that we took, let me look what that timer is saying. We took 20 minutes to just move our body. And every single day, you eat every day, you sleep every day, you need to move every single day as much as you can. And so maybe find when your energy's kind of, pick this up and join me. And do it every day, give it a couple of weeks, and then you'll be able to join the other classes. And remember, this is a private group, Joy of Movement, all one word, with Nanette, that's my name, Nanette, N-A-N-E-T-T-E, @gmail.com. Just send me an email if someone you know wants to do it, and then I can send them the private invitation. Okay, so I wish you well. I also have a Facebook group called that. It's a private group and you can access all of these. But I'm hoping this is a good starter, a good refresher, a good pick-me-up. Okay? Cheaper than a cup of coffee. Get out of here. See you later. Say goodbye, Lou. Take care. Bye-bye.